Hello and welcome to the Obento webinar series. I am Naoko.
And I am Ayako.
We are delighted you could join us today as we present the topic of differentiation, how we can support the different needs and abilities of our students. We will share practical ways that Obento Spring 5e can support you in your classroom from both teaching and learning perspectives.
We have chosen Unit 5 for this session because many schools are teaching it now or will do soon.
So let's get started. With a quick overview of the component in the series, first, there is Nelson Digital, our online platform. It includes an ebook, audio files, extra worksheets, unit videos, interactive activities, unit tests, workbook solutions, suggested teaching programs, and much more.
Next are the student book and the workbook. Most of you will already have these. The student book is available as a physical copy or an ebook, while the workbook is print only. We believe it is important for students, especially when learning a character-based language, to write by hand and keep an organized record of their learning.
Finally, we have the Teacher Toolkit, TTK, which is a print resource full of ideas, including games, suggested workbook exercises for each grammar point, extension tasks, and much more.
Here is a quick look at the Nelson Digital along with the website address for your reference.
Now, let us move on to differentiation. In this session, we group students into three broad levels: basic, core, and more.
Basic level is where students are developing their skills. Students may be at this level for a number of reasons. Sometimes the whole class moves at this pace because of timetable constraints, or individual learners need extra support. Most importantly, students at this level should be encouraged to feel they are succeeding whilst building confidence with the language and developing a positive attitude to their studies.
Core is the mainstream level of the Obento course, and more level is where students develop advanced skills and deep cultural understanding.
Irrespective of the level, the key objective for all students is to encourage meaningful use of the language, ideally in real-life context, while deepening understanding. Expose students with targeted workbook tasks and extra resources from Nelson Digital.
To support all students' progress through the Obento Spring course, we recommend that all levels, basic, core, and more, cover all grammar points introduced in each unit.
Vocabulary can be adapted for each level. For basic level, focus on essential words. For more level, students can explore a broader range of vocabulary.
The key point is that all students share the same grammar foundation. Without this, it becomes impossible to differentiate in later units.
For example, if students at the basic level only learn the negative form of E adjectives, but not na adjectives, teachers would need to track exactly what each student knows and redesign all content. This is practically impossible.
Therefore, our approach to differentiation focuses on vocabulary range, teaching methods, and assessments based on the assumption that all students learn all grammar patterns.
For assessments, students at the basic level can be given selected tasks according to content covered and the time available for preparation and marking. At the more level, students complete the core assessment plus additional challenges to extend skills including higher order thinking and independent investigation.
In the teacher toolkit, each unit begins with a table showing differentiation across the three levels. For Unit 5, refer to page 67.
Let us demonstrate using the example koso-ado. Students at the basic level focus on understanding the concept of the pattern. This ensures that all students can build on the patterns in later units.
At the more level, students also learn the core concepts but extend their understanding. For example, they become familiar with koko, soko, asoko, doko. This deeper knowledge allows students to apply the pattern in more complex contexts.
Each unit starts with the Sa Ishoni introductory section. In Unit 5, there is a manga showing a shopping skit highlighting 100 yen shop culture and gift-giving custom in Japan.
Here are some ideas for class work in this section. At the basic level, students focus on getting the gist of the topic through viewing, partial reading, and listening to the audio or peers reading aloud. They should understand the concept of shopping and may pick up numbers from the text using previous knowledge of kanji numbers. At the core level, students read aloud, while students at the basic level listen and answer questions from the Have a Think section. At the more level, students explore deeper questions, such as question 5 in Have a Think, and examine the past tense of thank you. ありがとうございました。
As you can see in the example, all students engage with the same content, but with different depth and focus. Kanji should be treated like grammar patterns. All students learn the introduced kanji. We have examples how to introduce and extend students' understanding of the kanji on TTK.
Here are some kanji pages on workbook. While students at the more level work on advanced investigations, the rest of the class completes workbook tasks with teacher support. For example, at the basic level, the focus is on recognition and tracing kanji in the workbook, and completing the relevant recognition exercises. Core level is the completion of workbook exercises with or without teacher guidance. More level is the completion of the core level exercises as well as practice the extension kanji using the suggested list in the teacher toolkit, pages 67, 73, and 78. For each level, teachers can assign all or part exercises for homework.
This ensures all students gain exposure while differentiating by depth and application to keep all students engaged and supported. We recommend teaching all grammar patterns together. For example, in the te form, all students understand please do something and learn to conjugate verbs from must form to te form.
Differentiation comes through vocabulary and tasks. The basic level uses selected vocabulary, workbook exercises, and the cheat sheet for the extra words. At the core level, all vocabulary in the unit is learned and students complete suitable workbook exercises. At the more level, students learn all vocabulary and relevant extra words may be introduced, complete workbook exercises, and create mnemonics and share their ideas with the class.
Teachers can adjust the materials and activities according to cohort and programming needs.
Don't forget the interactive activities available on Nelson Digital. Teachers can decide how to use these depending on the pace and dynamics of the class. This flexibility supports all students. Cultural understanding can be simply differentiated. Students at the basic and core levels read materials, discuss in groups, answer have a think questions, and compare with their own culture. Tasks can be shortened if needed. Students at the more level complete core tasks, create presentation, summarize the cultural aspect, or lead a discussion in the group or class.
This allows meaningful engagement and opportunities for leadership. Assessment focuses on student achievement. Rubrics help students reflect on their progress instead of providing a numeric score. You can keep numeric records in your gradebook while encouraging students to complete a self-assessment at the end of each unit. Rubrics and a self-evaluation form are available in Nelson Digital.
For basic level includes extra vocabulary as a note or cheat sheet. Core level refers to the student book and select appropriate questions. More level, students complete core level tasks and record extra vocabulary from listening.
For reading, basic level includes extra vocabulary note. Core level refers to the student's book and the teachers can select appropriate questions. More level, core task plus higher order thinking questions.
いらっしゃいませ。すみません。スニーカーを探しています。どこですか？スニーカーですか？スニーカーはあちらです。どうぞ。
Unit videos can be viewed by all students and or used as extra assessment tasks at the more level. Videos reinforce language and culture and offer advanced students the opportunity to extend their learning independently.
In Unit 5, the speaking assessment is a role play. Students at the basic level can use notes or guided script. Core level refers to the student's book content with selected questions for the cohort. More level is similar to the core level. Teachers can add questions for extra information and may ask students to record their responses for self-analysis.
This allows all students to demonstrate speaking skills, with students at the more level extending and reflecting.
For writing, differentiation includes vocabulary and grammar. Basic level, teachers provide extra vocabulary note. Core level, teachers select relevant exercises from the student book. More level, students write longer text using more complex language and a wider variety of vocabulary.
Tailored instruction allows each student to achieve success.
That brings us to the end of this session.
Thank you very much for joining us. We hope it has been practical and useful to support your teaching of the Obento Spring course.
Thank you.
ありがとうございます。